Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3. If you watched episode 2 you'll see that we kind of got screwed over by me rather foolishly leaving the game running AFK too long on single player. That won't happen in future. I'll be playing on multiplayer servers. So today what we're going to be doing, hello dog, how are you? Today we're going to be setting up a stand for some black bears. Now, where am I going to put it? That's a good question. Steve, where are you going to put it? I think up near here. So I'll put a dot in the middle of this island. This island is pretty good for black bear. So that's where we're going to go. We've got a long walk ahead of us. So I am going to check my gear. I've previously been hunting in a winter place, so this needs to be changed. I'll go in my outback gear. The outback camouflage is decent because it lets you hunt pretty much everything. It gives you a small bonus for pretty much everything. Put the army gloves on. Outback, there we go. Now what I'm also going to be doing, I'm going to be setting up a tent first of all. Then I'll be setting up a bear barrel. Don't need the caller here. I'll get rid of all this. I'm not going to bring my dog, there's simply too much water here for him to effectively track, so we'll have the deer caller because there are a lot of deer on the way up there and there's no harm in checking them out. Where's the damn deer caller? There it is. And we'll also bring the moose caller because there's a lot of moose on the way up there. Black towels appear on the northern side rather than white towels, but I think I can get black towels with that deer caller as well. Pretty sure I can. That's the tent. Now what shall we bring for a weapon? I'll bring my 300 because that can take down everything I want. That's not a weapon slot, you fool. Not that one. My 308, not a 300, sorry. My 308. I love the 308, it is a very decent gun and it can take pretty much all the big animals apart from, you know, the super bigs like the, I can't remember the name of it, the cow things, yes, technical language, cow things. I'll also bring the bow for dispatching anything quietly. I also found out earlier that you can now buy the tracer arrows for your bow. You can buy them with the game money rather than the real money, which is really cool. Never used to be able to do that, or I don't think you could anyway. So I'll be testing them out later. I might test it out on some bears when we get our stand up and running. The important thing to note about the bear baiting barrel is that it takes 4 hours to start once you fill it up. So I'll be filling it up tonight and hunting with it tomorrow. But obviously through the magic of video I'll be skipping all that for you guys. Now let's start our trek up, and we'll start a couple of calls as well. Oh, I can see an animal on the left there, that looks like a moose. I can't tell if it is a male. It's a little male, but it's still a male. Those horns aren't really worth taking, but you know me, I never say no to an animal. Get him a little bit close. We'll get him this side of the river and we'll take him down. I'm going to stay crouched. I'm just going to slowly make my way north. But we need to kill him. Ah, we've got another male. We have a male coming this side. Now this is good. This is what I like. 2 males. We might be able to take them both out, but at the moment this one across the river is my least concerned due to the small size of his antlers. I'm going to be looking through the forest here. This is where his call came, so he should come down at some point. You notice that the moose are quite vocal as well. You do hear from them as soon as you make the call, or very, very soon after. I love rocks because you can go prone on them. It just makes looking around, sneaking and aiming so much easier. For those of you who watched my previous videos, I would like to ask you a question. If you would prefer me to skip the travel with a simple blink of a black screen and you're skipped forward, or do you prefer the fast forwarding thing that I do at the moment, which shows you what I'm doing just at 8 times the speed? Obviously I'm happy to do either. It would be much easier to simply skip it, but I quite enjoy speeding up. I think it's decent, but if you're watching it and thinking, yeah, there's no need for me to be wasting all these minutes just watching you super fast run through the grass, then we'll do it that way. And the same goes for when I'm calling in, like now when I'm waiting for an animal. Do you want to see the whole thing? Do you want to see me from the moment I hear the animal to when I shoot it? Or do you want me to skip the part now where we're just waiting for him to show up? Come on, Mr. Moose, where are you? Oh, I see movement. Now that is more like it. That's some nice horns. I'm pretty sure I can take this with a 308, so that's what I'm going to use. Oh, tell me I remembered my scope. Yes, I did. I'll let him get closer. Never hurts to get him closer. You get more bullet penetration and it's easier to find your mark. Don't know what's happening with this guy on the left. He's probably still on his way, but he's not that important now. He'll run away as soon as I shoot my rifle. I usually do my hunting with a tree stand, however at the moment that's not really an option because I'm carrying a tent. Now a moose is quite easy to shoot in the head, but since he's coming up here I've got a good shot of the heart, which I'm going to take, and even a second shot because he's still hanging around. And down he goes. I'm not sure where that second one went. That might have been a stomach shot, intestines. But the first shot looked to me at least lung, or obviously not heart because he didn't drop, but must have got the lungs. I thought it was a good shot. Take a look at him. Yeah, left lung first. 8. Ah, we are in a competition. I honestly didn't realise that. Okay, I think it's the top 3 moose, so let's move in a good position for a photo. Behave, Mr. Moose. Look at that stupid mouth. Fix your mouth. Those are some big antlers. Ah, yeah, that's also reminded me that to For those of you thinking about my screen looking strange, I have sunglasses now so I can switch it between. I will keep it like this for the moment. I think it looks better. It brightens it up when I put the yellow tint on it. It helps finding things in the dark a lot better. But sometimes you can get too used to it, and then just switching just helps out with, you know, finding things that you're not used to looking at. So let's keep moving. A really long way to go. This is such a huge map. There's a moose there that just kind of ran past. Two of them, in fact. That's a female, that's a cow. We don't care about her. Don't know what the other one was, but the fact that I just spooked them is a good sign that I've now moved far enough for the gunshot to not be scaring things. So I'm going to start walking again and maybe do a couple of calls. Okay, we've got a call from a male whitetail deer. Oh, and I've accidentally pressed that whistle button again. I need to unbind that. Now, I'm going to try and find a decent place to call him through the trees here. I'm going to remember to mark his position. He's just right of the tower. That's perfect. So, basically, all I do is I find where I'd like to shoot him. I say, okay, between these two trees up here, I'm just going to keep walking backwards until those two trees are a good distance away where I don't think I'll spook him if I'm crouched down. Up here is looking good. I think I might lay down here. Yeah, now this I think will be a decent place to shoot from. Although, yeah, I've got this issue of aiming too low again. There we go. Crawl under the bush here. And, oh, yep, there we go. Perfect, this will do me nicely. Incidentally, this is one of the only maps where I've gotten rare animals from. I got two albino whitetail on this map before, one day after the other. Male and a female. The male had a decent sized rack. But yeah, it's probably one of my favourite maps for hunting deer. I don't usually have as much luck with the moose here, but the deer I do have good luck. Although I normally go west rather than north. I go right out into the islands and the swamps for the deer. I am not seeing anything at the moment. Just take the scope up and have a closer look. Could take a while to draw this one in. And since we don't have the tree stand with us, we don't have the height, so we can't see as far, which is always a pain. Some of the times when I've been hunting like this and I'm sure he's coming from in front of me, they end up coming from complete opposite direction, but I just got a call now between the last one and between me, so he's making good speed. We should be seeing him any minute now, really. Ah, there he is. He's not the biggest deer. We could have hoped for a lot bigger than that, but I'm not picky. I might attempt to take him down with the bow. Nah, let's just kill him. Put you out of your misery quickly, Mr. Deer. Right between the legs. And he's down. Oh, the antlers were a bit bigger than they looked, but you know, still not great. It's definitely under 200. 116. We won't bother with a trophy shot from him. And we'll put our marker back up. We're going to this island. And again, I start running after the gunshot because I know that everything's been spooked anyway. And I adore this tower up here. It has a beautiful view over to the east. You can see for miles. It's a fantastic tower. Tracks up here. Oops. Probably that female we found earlier, or it could be anyway, so I'm going to keep running. More tracks. Female white-tailed deer, no interest to us. Here's the tower that I was talking about. I'll just pop up it quickly so we can have a quick view. But look at that, that is a fantastic place to shoot over. The counter side is that if you're calling from the other side, it's, you know, you're looking at the face of a hill and you can't really see where you should be aiming. We're reaching the peak of this hill here, and this is pretty much the indicator that blacktail are gonna start appearing north of here. And the same goes for the bear. I'm not too keen on hunting bear on foot. They tend to catch wind of me quickly, a lot like the bobcats, but I've done it a few times. More success on this map than others, mostly due to being able to take long shots. Oh, that was a deer. I spooked him. My apologies, Mr. Deer. I was just thinking, is that deer or is that some kind of tree or foliage or what? And then it runs away. Another thing about travelling without trees like this, you know, you got to really be crouched if you don't want to scare anything away. But I am trying to make quick time because I want to get to where my bear bait barrel will go. This is the first bait barrel I've ever used as well, so there is that. Up to a little river here, so I will start to crouch when I move up, just because I've got a long view and you never know what you're going to find. Thought I saw something there, but apparently not. One of the things I have noticed about the reeds alongside the rivers is right now we can't see them, so you can see animals clearer sometimes without using your scope. Say for instance over there, and you zoom in and then suddenly, oh look at all this is here. Didn't see anything immediately, so I'm going to carry on crouched. Female moose right up ahead. Is of no interest to us. Now that female moose will be coming towards us, and we are heading towards her as well. Moose can charge, so ideally I want to be ready for her. I can either spook her away when I'm far, or I can try and take her down with a bow. Both methods work. The thing we don't want is to sneak up on her too close and have her charge us, sorry. Because I really don't fancy starting from all the way back at the lodge. Stand up again now. Now I still can't see her precisely. Is that an animal? That's an animal over there. At least I thought it was. Evidently not. Oh, there she is. Bow ready. And she's spooked, that's good. I find the males charge a lot more, but the females can charge. I have been downed by one before. And away she goes. I'm going to skew to the right a little bit, just purely because I know she went to the left. And we don't want to be bumping into her again in another 10 minutes. I heard something move there, but what it was. When you're hunting whilst you're walking like this, I mean, you are gonna spook some animals. There's just no way of getting around that. You know, we're not being patient, we're not being careful, we're not waiting. So some things will spook, but obviously the objective right now is to get where we want to be rather than actually hunting down here all day. I also had some complaints that you couldn't hear my voice very well in the last video, so I have turned it up a notch, so hopefully you'll be able to hear a bit better now. Is that female again? I think it is. Yeah, so much for avoiding her. I'm going to stay crouched, might be able to work our way past her. Ah, we do have another animal there as well. I can't see what it is just yet. It looks like another moose. Ah, it's another female. That's not going to do any good for us. We have no interest in you. And a female white-tailed deer. This is where all the ladies are, obviously. I'm not going to call them moose for a minute because I've got these two right here. Tempted to try some target practice on her, but I think I missed. Still scattered her, so who cares? If you haven't also worked it out yet, oh, male deer. Might be worth just skewering to the right a little bit, just in case. But as I was saying, you can feel free to shoot the females and let them run away. If you need to. You'll get an angry message from Doc and you might feel a little bit guilty for it, but nothing's really going to happen. The same goes for if you shoot one and it runs off and you can't be bothered to track down a female that you didn't even need to shoot for the next 15 minutes. You know, just let her go. Not worth, wasting 20 half-hour of your life just to track down a virtual moose that isn't going to cause you any problems. Ooh, we walked past a mushroom. That is another female. That looks like an animal right in front of me there, but it's going to be hard to tell with all this here. No, it's part of a tree. To see which the best way to be would be going left here would, I think, be better. West. Looks a little bit deep. Let the bow out just in case she decides to charge, but she should flee. Quite a distance. That was another female. Yep, female. She's right up ahead here somewhere. Ah, I see her. Yeah. No need to kill her. Although that would have been a beautiful shot. She's right side on. Off she goes. Still running. Look at her go. Female moose there. Male deer, by the looks of things. Female deer, female moose. Pretty sure it was a male deer that was alongside it, so I'm going to crouch and do a couple of calls, see what we get back. Female moose to the right. Would have been a nice place to shoot from. Got a track of something there, I don't know what it was, but the hunter mate blinked. Pretty sure that's the female. Females. That boy go. Come on. That looks like the female moose again. A lot of female moose in the area, 3 of them around me at the moment. Like it was a black tail that ran past earlier. I'm going to keep calling just in case he decides to turn back. And my character has a massive fear of water, since I can't go through that. We're at about the halfway mark now.